say if Alex Ferguson was honest in his mind, the guy sat in the studio there, Yuzi, would be the perfect player to play up front, because Cantona's always better a little bit behind. But Cantona relishes these big nights, doesn't he, Moore?
Well, the big night's underway, Kevin. Here we go. In a way, the sunny uplands are at last in sight for Manchester United. If they win here, remember, and if Juventus win at home tonight against Rapid Vienna, which they should, then both the Italian champions and Manchester United go into the quarterfinals. But first, there's a match to be won here. Here's Cruyff. Irwin. Cruyff. Keane, with his beard shaved off now. Beckham. Cut out nicely there by Errol. Down forward to Bolic. Fenerbahce, who are lying second in the Turkish First Division, behind Galatasaray. Galatasaray, of course, Manchester United know only too well, and they've beaten Galatasaray this season 4-0, which is again an example of their quality. Just how good their quality and their resolve away from home, that's what we have to discover. Poborski's shot, and Cantona was almost on the end of that. But it was Ilker, the defender, number 2, who got in a very, very good header for Fenerbahce. So Poborski taking the corner for Manchester United. Cruyff. And Johnson with a touch. And a shot by Keane, which cannon wide for another corner. It came off the Dane Høeg. The linesman's got his flag up. In fact, Kevin's pointing out to me it's not a corner, it's a free kick.
Straight strike this from Keane. It's not going in, but it could have gone in with a deflection. It was much nearer after it hit the player.
And Rusta, the goalkeeper, and their captain. Emelatin putting it wide to Errol, one of the young players in this Fenerbahce side. Bounce went well for him there, beating Gary Neville. Keane there to it. Okocha, the danger man. So confident on the ball, look at that. Emelatin, knocked wide here for the Dane. Høeg, who's normally plays in the centre of the back 4, but obviously is playing more or less in a right-sided midfield position tonight. There's Høeg, a Danish colleague of Peter Schmeichel's. Says he's happy not to be on the receiving end of Schmeichel's shouts to defenders tonight. Here's Beckham. What a transformation in his game this season. Beckham again. Keane, so important for Manchester United that Keane is fit and able to go, and particularly if he stays on a good disciplined trail as well. Johnson. Beckham once more. Cantona just ahead of him, but David May up wide again. Neville's out there. Poborski's down the flank. Lost them just for a moment.
When you really look at the Man United side now, I don't think people realise how many new faces they've got in there. You know, they've got 2 in Cruyff and Poborski.
Beckham's cross towards Keane. Free kick.
Johnson
now, Keane showed his dissent to the Dutch referee there, and the referee having a word with him, it was Alex Ferguson watching there, but in fact, while you were looking at that, the referee went and had a real word with Roy Keane. And if you remember, his first yellow card at Southampton was for dissent, and I would have thought Alex Ferguson would have told him one thing tonight: we don't want you arguing with referees.
He's got tremendous talent, and it's just the temperament, and it goes with talent sometimes, as we know only too well. But he's got to curb that tonight, and the result here takes him through, and what a great prize that is.
Beckham to Johnson. Beckham again. And now Poborski, the man from the Czech Republic. Oh, that's a good ball. What an ace of a ball that is. to Cruyff. Now, can he do something with it? Cannoned off the defender. They certainly are pulling plenty back. Bolic tangling with Johnson as he played it short to Schmeichel. No, Schmeichel's there.
I think Jonsson's much happier in the back four, Brian. He played in midfield against us, and although he's a genuine boy and he's obviously got a lot of pace, he is a defender, and he's not scared to be left one against one, as in that case there, you know, which is a tremendous asset for a defender.
Well, you saw the scoreline there. The script is going okay as far as Manchester United are concerned in Turin. Alan Boksic, the scorer for Juventus, leading Rapid Vienna 1-0. Cruyff. Got a corner, which Poborski will take again. David May coming up from the back, and also Ronnie Johnson. An early goal would be such a boost for Manchester United, and you just get the feeling that the Turks might then wilt a little bit. There's not an awful lot for them to play for in this group. Poborski's corner. They got that away well. Herg with the header. And Errol with the clearance. Onside, Beckham. Errol, Okocha. Errol going well here now. Kamalatin, playmaker in the middle of the field. Here's this dangerous man, Herg.
Really looking forward to seeing JJ Okocha play tonight. I thought he showed in little patches over there in Fenerbahce that what a great player he is, but can he sustain it and do it on a stage again? And that's what really I'm looking forward to, because he's got great feet for a forward.
Guy playing it to Okocha. Errol hitting it long, and a goal kick. Well, he had a spell in Germany, Okocha, with Eintracht Frankfurt. As I say, he played in World Cup '94 for Nigeria, and in the Olympics won a gold medal in Atlanta. 23 years old. Here's Beckham with everything to play for. Well, that's a good break by Nicky Butt. Cantona's roaring into the middle, but he won't get there.
Although Alex Ferguson's got a lot of injuries, Brian, I would have thought the midfield three would be his ideal midfield three for a game like this.
Yes,
you know, they can play, but they can battle as well. They've got all the attributes needed for a game of this magnitude.
Ruster with the clearance, and Neville looking around, getting it back. Peter Schmeichel. Keane wanting the ball, playing it gently and carefully to Irwin. Cut out by Uche. He can be dangerous too. He scored the only goal in the game last weekend in Turkey to give Fenerbahce a 1-0 victory in the final minute against Trabzonspor. May to Neville. Beckham very active. Poborski battling against the odds. Okocha. Herg. Haven't seen anything yet of Kostadinov, the Bulgarian. This is Bolic. Kostadinov just inside him. Oh, and it very nearly went for Tongai. In the end, it was an excellent piece of defending, and a very tiny piece of defending there by Johnson. And Cantona, 1 against 1 here just for a moment. No support. Ilker with a header. Cruyff might gather it up, but cares to let it go just for the corner.
It's interesting to see. I mean, this guy is a big match player, Brian, and he is a tremendous talent. There's no doubt about that. I don't think anyone will dispute that. But he's playing centre forward tonight, and he's not really a centre forward, so he'll play it in his own way. That's for sure.
Well, here's Poborski with the corner. Again, Johnson inside the 6-yard box. Keane tried to get to that one. Beckham trying to catch it on the volley. Manchester United claiming it clipped off a Fenerbahce defender, but a goal kick given.
You almost expected to see the net bulge there, Brian, with this guy Beckham, because he has already scored in his very young career some tremendous goals.
Yes, indeed.
You wouldn't bet against him putting this one in, but he doesn't quite catch it. Does actually hit a Turkish defender there. Should have been a corner.
Fenerbahce's free kick. Safet playing it to Uche. His fellow Nigerian Okocha. Cantona couldn't cut it out. Errol to Safet. Kostadinov. It's given a corner to Fenerbahce. Which Okocha will take. Uche, a real big 6-footer up from the back. There he is. So to his Kemalatin from the back. But Ronny Johnson was there to make a good-headed clearance for Manchester United. Kocha, this is good play again. Bolic just can't get a hold of it at the moment, Manchester United. Poborski tried but failed. Tunkai. Kemalatin. What about a shot there from long range, did Okocha. Finds Herg. Kostadinov. And a corner.
Old Kostadinov, we seem to have seen him play so many times in Europe.
He's played everywhere. CSKA, Sofia. He's played for Porto and Deportivo in Spain. And Bayern Munich was his last club before he joined Fenerbahce. A real soldier of fortune, that one. But a good goal-scoring record over the years. Don't have any doubts about that. Kocha with the corner. May with the backward header. Uche looking to gather it up and return it. Played in by Errol. Oh, that might go anywhere! And it very nearly went into the Manchester United net. Well, the Brazilian coach there of Fenerbahce.
Oh, this is a great strike.
Very nearly Kemalatin had... that might have gone anywhere.
It's just gone over the bar. I mean, it's very, very close, Brian. He turned well. He'll be just disappointed if he didn't keep the ball down.
So here's Beckham. Cruyff to Irwin. Poor ball. Okocha trying to release Bolic.
Just in the early part of this game, the first 12.5 minutes, nearly 13 minutes now. A lot of room down this left-hand side, and you wonder what Ryan Giggs would have done down there, because Jordi Cruyff is not that type of player for me. He's not got a great left foot like Giggs has. He's not got quite the pace that Giggs has got.
That's an extraordinary pass there by Okocha. It provides Manchester United with a throw. Yes, Ryan Giggs, of course, one of those missing. He's got some problems with a calf strain, and I think Alex Ferguson hopes to get him back into action in the next couple of weeks or so. Ball hit long. Bucks making a run from midfield. Ilker. Kemalatin. Uche.
Stadyuma geç gelenler acele etmeyiniz. Hepinize yardımlayacaktır.
Kocha. And an offside flag. Well, I guess you're still reflecting on a wonderful performance by your team last night.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. You know, it's always nice when everybody plays well and everyone contributes to it. And I think that's what Man United have got to do here. You know, they're missing a few players. It wouldn't be the side that Alex would put out normally. But they've got to get the ball zipping around a bit quicker. I think they're playing at a pace that certainly Fenerbahce can live with, and they're capable of playing much quicker than this. And that's what I feel they've got to do at this stage.
It's easy for the goalkeeper Rusto, who's also the Fenerbahce captain. And also the national goalkeeper.
would have thought Alex would have said to him before the game, remember the first 10 minutes of the game 2 weeks ago when, to be honest with you, they possibly should have been 2-0 up.
Yes.
So they are a dangerous side. They're not in here by chance. They're a good side and they need that respect.
Cantona didn't get a touch on that. Kocher's ball just played a little too firmly for Ilkay. And Cruyff gets it in the face. He flits in and out of the game at the moment, young Jordi Cruyff, doesn't he?
You know, I think, you know, what's happened with the Solskjaer is similar. You know, English football is very difficult when you come from a foreign country. We play a lot of games, we train hard, we train almost every day, and some of the players do feel it. I think Poborski as well hasn't quite found the form of Euro 96, that's for sure. And Cruyff's another one. And Solskjaer had, but he seems to have got a little bit tired, which is understandable. He's only a young lad.
What a great ball from Beckham there to Cruyff. Now to Keane. United coming forward again. Irving Keane to oblige. Keane tries to get in there. The sheer force and strength of the man taking him through, and then he pulls down Uche, and sportingly at least tries to get Uche up again.
That's the way to do it. If you're going to foul somebody, just pick them up, shake their hands.
And also he quickened the pace there a bit, didn't he?
I certainly think he's a valuable player to Manchester United. He mistimes this. It's just nothing malicious, but he goes over and picks him up, and I think that helps with referees.
Yes. Kemalatin, Berg, Kemalatin, Errol, Tunkai. Kocher, Kemalatin, Ilkay. Kocher again, will drag back, picks up Berg. Kocher once more. And Gary Neville cushioning a nice header there, straight to Poborski. Beckham's gone outside him. Butt's gone through the middle, but no, that's far too ambitious.
They're certainly missing someone up the front. I mean, it just keeps their back three as they're playing at the moment with something to pacify the minds and worry about. And at the moment, there's so many United players behind the ball when they get it that they've got to break with good passing and also very quickly. And at the moment, they're not able to do that.
Just remind you, the substitutes for Manchester United tonight are Raymond van der Haar, the goalkeeper, Paul Scholes, Philip Neville, Solskjaer, of course, and Brian McClare. And Malatin, Kostadinov unable to hold on to it. So Solskjaer, Scholes, and then Philip Neville.
Going down to warm up. I wouldn't be surprised if Alex already thinking of maybe fetching young Scholes on, you know, just to give them a spearhead up front. You know, they've absolutely nothing there because Cantona doesn't stay up front. He's moving all the time, mainly back towards the ball, which means there's absolutely nobody in a forward position.
It's a role he was asked to play, actually, in their opening game in Italy against Juventus, and it didn't really work then. Beckham. Neville. Here's Beckham again. Neville, who was sold a bit short on that by Beckham, and Beckham quickly back into the action to retrieve the ball. Keane finding Irwin. They defend well in numbers to Fenerbahce. Nice header. Only 13 goals conceded by the Turkish champions in the 16 games they played, both domestically and in Europe this season.
See, when this ball's knocked in, there's only one player in there. In this case, it's Cruyff, with, I think, Keane lurking in the background. But really, they've got to get wide and get people forward quicker. You know, that really sticks out at this point in time. I mean, if they're playing away, they'd be delighted with this, but they're at home.
Ilkay. With Johnson and Irwin going for that one. A throw to Fenerbahce. Less than 1,000 of their supporters in this 53,000 crowd here tonight at Old Trafford. Keane. Strength and aggression again. And a good, timely pass there for Cruyff. And a corner. Again with it. United looking for a goal. Played wide there. Emalatin getting it away. Nicky Butt coming in there. This might be for Cantona. Wanted on the volley, but well wide.
Well, for a player of his calibre, that was a real chance. He had to wait a long time for it to come down. It seemed to stay an age in the air. Great little ball this from Butt. He's not offside. He has to wait and wait, and just cuts the neck off it, as we say.
Yes, he was played onside by Uche. Good jump by May. Emalatin, oh, he's given it away badly. Suddenly Poborski can make a little break. He's got Cantona there. And Errol with the clearance. Up to Okocha. United's throw. Cantona. And that's not the man we know, is it?
No, and they've lost the last two games, and he's had two quiet games, that's for sure. I think people went overboard. Our game against them, I don't always agree with what Alex says after the games, you know, but I think he was right. You know, they didn't play badly and they got beat 5-0. I didn't see the game at Southampton, but obviously playing with 10 men is a massive handicap. But Cantona was quiet against us, and apparently was quiet down at the Dell on Saturday. So if you can keep him quiet, we do take a lot away from this United side. There's no doubt about that. He's such an important player.
Well, they're giving it away again, and Beckham making the little breakthrough, but then he lost it to Tungai. Kostadinov almost getting in there. David May closing the door for Manchester United, knocking it forward and out to David Beckham. Poborski, Beckham. But there's a little gap opened up through the middle there, finding Cruyff. Irwin's gone on a decoy run down the flank. Keane couldn't pick that one up. Beckham strongly challenging, but didn't get it away from Tungai. Ilkay. Emalatin. Berg. Errol. Emalatin. This is Olic from Bosnia. Delicate little chip in there. May read it well. Irwin helped it on its way. Only as far as Ilkay. Right, good touch. But an accurate one. Beckham. Good work. This is more like it. Poborski. Crowd warming to it. Oh. Irwin. Start again. Keane. For Butt. Cantona just coming off the defenders. But again, trying to find progress through Jordi Cruyff. But he's getting no change at all out of Ilkay. And JJ Okocha. Kostadinov is offside. It's with Butt. A lot of space on the far side for Poborski. Now what's the referee unhappy with something there? Was the free kick taken before he was ready for it? Well, whatever. It's on. It's taken now. Beckham. Cantona. Beckham. Keane. Neville. Borski hugging that touchline. Will he get some change out of Errol this time? Oh, that's a much better run, and it was a very interesting cross coming in. Just want to up the pace a little bit now, Manchester United. Beckham. Borski. Running into trouble. Still finds Neville. There's his cross. Safet got it away. Emalatin. And now Okocha. Swift challenge by Keane.
There's no doubt about it. That's his job tonight. Try and get as close to Okocha as he can. And he's excellent at that. People forget, you know, what a talent he is at times because of the other things that surround him. But he can play in so many different positions. He's a manager's dream because of playing the back four, playing midfield. You could even play him up front, and I'm sure, you know, he's played there before. He can do a good job. He's a gem of a player. Take his temperament away, you'd take a lot of his ability away. But took a bit of his temperament away, he'd be a better player.
Well, Butt lost that badly. Well, in goes Keane again. Bang. And a free kick given actually against Okocha for the foul on Roy Keane. Borski. Beckham. Certainly the crowd are doing their best to rouse Manchester United to draw that first goal into that Fenerbahce net. Safet playing the ball through to Herg. Kostadinov's on the far side. Bolic is the lone player in the middle. And Johnson bangs that away. Kostadinov again. Okocha. Long range shot maybe. It's one of the things I think that Alec Ferguson was slightly worried about is that Kostadinov and Bolic, the two front strikers, do intend to go wide. You're making the gesture, you're right, Kevin, and Okocha goes flying through the middle.
Yeah, and they make very good runs. I mean, Kostadinov, as you already said, is a very experienced player, but Bolic, he does it lovely. He reminds me of Bosic, who's got the goal over in Juventus. He does that very, very well.
Well, Juventus have now gone 2 up, with Paulo Montero having scored the second one for them, adding to the one from Alan Bocic. 2-0 up against Rapid Vienna.
I don't think there's any doubt in this group that Rapid Vienna are the weakest side. This Fenerbahce side, you wonder why they didn't play like this at home. I mean, they seem to lose it.
Yeah.
I mean, had such a good start. They suddenly fell to pieces after the goal, and that's what United need now. A goal will finish them off. There's no doubt about it, in my mind.
Up goes Cantona. Can Butt get in there? Will it come to Borski? No. A last-ditch challenge that time by Errol, got it away. And here come Fenerbahce. This could be dangerous. Kostadinov on the far side, being shadowed by May. Bolic through the middle. Kostadinov in the end. It's Gary Neville who got back and did a very, very valuable job for Manchester United. Beckham, it's got the crowd going. Cantona. Playing it wide for Roy Keane. Borski's come this side as well, with Jordi Cruyff on the far side. Beckham to Neville. Driven cross this time. Kostadinov. Erg. Happening in Turin. It's now 3-0 to Juventus. Del Piero has added the third. And don't forget, you'll see all that action in our highlights show later on tonight. Still 0-0 here. And just reminding you, if Juventus win, which assuredly they will now, and if Manchester United win, those two sides qualify for the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Those quarterfinals take place in March. Of course, Juventus, the next visitors here, 3 weeks tonight in the Champions League. Manchester United versus Juventus, that'll be live on ITV. In the meantime, it's Irwin. But Keane. United with 2 half chances, but nothing on the score sheet. 0-0. Kemalatin to Uche. Ilke. Kemalatin. Errol. Tries to get a little 1-2 going, but that'll fall for Owen. Now Cruyff with a chance to bring it away. Does well. Oh, he outwitted Ilke beautifully there. But then he runs into trouble.
That's been the story of the first half for Cruyff. He has had some good possession down this side. As I said before, he's not a naturally left-footed player, Brian, and he's got to go inside all the time, and of course defenders are reading him.
Neville. Poborski. Now, can they read him? Okocha. Kemalatin. Ball hit long. Schmeichel is aware of it. Poborski. First faint rumblings of unease amongst the Old Trafford faithful.
Well, they're very quiet, and if you're the coach of Fenerbahce,
you'll be delighted.
Mr. Lazzaroni, is it?
Yes.
He's going to sit there and think, well, this is going quite nice. And I think those players are enjoying it. You know, They're getting a lot of possession for a team playing at Old Trafford, aren't they?
They are indeed. Herg. Wallich. But again, Irwin got the better of him. Beckham making the break. Cantona. Poborski wide right. Neville linking up again. Here's Poborski. Johnson to Irwin. Keane. It eventually found its way through to Cruyff, but now releasing Cruyff again. And across the face of the goal, nobody there, in a red shirt at any rate. And young Errol with a good left foot and gets it away. Kemalatin. Oh, look at the space here for Herg. A claim handball, the referee agrees.
He's very unlucky there. Just the bounce off the pitch, obviously with a bit of dew on it, the ball took a very big hop. And he's trying to say it's his shoulder, but I think there's no doubt about it. He used unfair means to try and bring the ball under control. There you see.
There we are. There's the proof. Cantona. But. And now Keane. Beckham. And now Neville. He'll aim towards Eric Cantona. Berg will get it away for Fenerbahce. Keane. Up goes Keane again. Yeah, some elbows flying there. Free kick to Fenerbahce. Well, there's not too many smiles and joyous faces at the moment at Old Trafford. It's still 0-0. Plenty of time yet.
And is a draw a terrible result? I mean, it's probably not. No. So they're very good, the crowd here. You know, they don't really get at the team a lot. They've learnt that European football is about patience a lot of the time, and you can win matches in the last 20 minutes as easy as the first 20. But Man United at this moment have never stepped up the pace of this game.
That's the Brazilian coach, and the guy on his right, our left, is in fact his interpreter, who's with him all the time. He was even on the training ground last night when he was barking orders, because he doesn't speak Turkish. Mr. Mazzaroni was the Brazilian national team manager for a while. This is Okocha. to Errol. 21 years old. English player in the Fenerbahce side. Nicky Butt gets that away. And Cantona is up. 1 against 1. Battling with Safet. And there's a foul by Safet on Cantona. It's 10 minutes of the first half now. Cantona. Cruyff, a little back heel. Nearly came off for them. Irwin can continue the pressure. Keane just got there first. But Beckham. A long ball by Beckham. Too long this time.
That sort of typifies Man United at the moment. You know, everything they're trying, nothing much is coming off. And they look a team short on a bit of confidence. You've got to say that. And, of course, they have lost the last 2 games. Everybody knows that's well documented. But I thought they'd come out tonight and really get after these. At this moment in time, they failed to do that. Their passing hasn't been that crisp, has it?
It hasn't. Of course, the other glorious statistic is that they've not been beaten in a European game here in 40 years. Borski going by. 41 victories and 15 draws. But here's a Kocha, and Irwin spotting that danger very quickly, and very quickly did something about it. If it is these 11 goals or not, but there's something they just don't seem entirely sure of themselves. There's an uncertainty about Manchester United at the moment, which will probably be a cue for them to score now. But I mean, here's Borski.
Well, you talk to anybody in any sport, Brian, and confidence plays a massive part. And, you know, even if you're not playing well, and Newcastle, my team, not played that well all season so far, but we've got results, and that helps you. Something to build on. And when, of course, you play quite well, like they did at St James's, and you get beat 5-0, it knocks your confidence bound to.
Here's Cruyff. He's got Keane up alongside him. What a pity he fell there.
Longer stood second half, well.
Kocha. Berg. It finds Beckham. It's Cantona. Beckham. First time he's really been forward.
You feel if they're going to score a goal, it's going to be something like that, breaking on them from a bad pass. And it's a great little ball through from Cantona.
And really the first time that Beckham has been in a really aggressive, strong forward position.
Yeah, I thought he might have chipped him here. Just thought he might have thought about it. But he goes for power, and he just cuts it over the bar. But you can see the crowd there, Brian. Just an off shot, you know, not really a great shot. Gets them going.
Well, here's Cruyff again. It's with Butt. Neville. Borski. But so there's a little work for him to do there, and the referee quite right. The referee's done well.
He's one of the top notches, Brian, isn't he? He runs the game without ever. You've never really noticed him. He's just gone on with doing his job in a lovely fashion, I think.
Kemalati. And now Errol. Kocha. Tungai. Kocha's made a good break here with a little flick. But again, Schmeichel was equal to it. And a long throw out towards Cantona, but cut out that time by Safet. Into his stride. Keane way ahead of him. Cruyff ahead of him. And over on the far side, Cantona. This looks better. The cross needs to be a good one. Kamalatin. Tuntai. Kostadinov is here. Keeps the ball in play, looks around for support. Berg is coming up for him, but a little chip in there. Schmeichel just getting there before Olic, and the throw out to Poborski. Roars of relief, I think, as much as anything there from Manchester United fans. Here's Cantona. Beckham towards Cantona, knocked down nicely for him, and Buck was right in there, but Poborski's cross again came off the Fenerbahce defender, but that was much better by Manchester United. Olic waiting for a Kocher to come through the middle. Kostadinov's up there too. Long range shots. Such a minimum of backlift.
Reminds me a little bit of Tino Skrillex. Sort of got those rubbery legs, and I mean, they hit the ball. I mean, Tino hits it, and because of the looseness in his legs, it sometimes bends incredibly. That one moved a little bit, even though he didn't catch it properly.
Here's David Beckham to Roy Keane now for Manchester United. Played wide for Jordi Cruyff, with Irwin going outside him. Poborski up through the middle. Cantona's waiting in there too. Towards Eric Cantona, up he goes. The fist of Rusto. Keane is there as well. Beckham is there too. Beckham, will it fall for him? Will it fall for Cantona? And just wide. Again, there was a quickening of pace in and around that penalty area, which just for a moment looked as though it might undo this Turkish defence. Long cross coming in. They were a little bit all over the place here for a moment. Beckham took it up, but just for a moment thought the ball was going to run nicely for him, and in the end it was Cantona who put it wide.
Just a little bit behind him. I think had it been another yard in front, that certainly would have been a goal. I mean, he doesn't miss from there, but it was just a little bit behind him. I thought the keeper actually got a touch, and I thought Poborski was right to want a corner. The referee says no, having none of it.
2.5 minutes to the interval. Really, it's a game that's living on its tension and what it means to Manchester United. Remember, a victory here, particularly with Juventus going so well against Rapid Vienna, takes them into the quarter-finals. It's living on its tension more than the excitement at the moment it's producing. But it's time enough yet. Johnson with a header. Neville. Beckham did well. Beckham did really well to retrieve that. Can he find Cantona? He does. Takes it on the chest. Will he look to go past Wilke? A little dummy. Buying a yard. And finding Beckham, it went well wide. But two things now beginning to happen for Manchester United, Kevin.
Just in the last 5 minutes, you know, they've got the crowd going a little bit, which is very, very important. I mean, there's over 50,000 people here, and you could hear a pin drop for the first 40 minutes of this game, but he does well here. You know, he's not going to give it away foolishly. He waits, then he plays a great ball into Keane, or to Beckham, sorry, and he'll be probably disappointed he didn't make better contact.
Berg. Cruyff. Hit long towards Poborski. He might knack an inch or two over there. Neville with a shot. Well, he's never scored, Gary Neville, and just for a moment he had the keeper hustling across his goal. May, eye on the ball, not in any way upset by the advancing Kostadinov. And a goal.
Obviously in Turkey, they don't know how good a goalkeeper Schmeichel is, do they? They're shooting from 40 and 50 yards.
So just looking at the first half as a whole, Kevin.
Well, I think Alex Ferguson, I was going to say if I'm a betting man, I'd bet on it, but I am a betting man. I would guarantee he's going to make changes at half-time. Probably fetch Scholes on or someone, because he definitely needs someone to as a focal point for his attack. You know, he's just, you know, Eric Cantona's drifting away, as we said. The two wingers will need to do a little bit better with the service they're getting. You know, then, you know, Poborski's been a bit more lively the last 10 minutes, but quiet for the first half hour. And Cruyff's been disappointing. You know, he's had a lot of the ball, but hasn't quite used it well enough.
Going for it, and Fenerbahce come away with it with Okocha. Kostadinov up alongside him. Okocha, and he rebounds fortuitously to Poborski. That was a nice touch. And here's Keane now feeding Cantona, who's got Cruyff away on the left. Now Jordi Cruyff looking for a good cross, but looking in vain.
You've got to feel a little bit sorry for him, because he's getting to good positions, but he's not a naturally left-footed player, Brian. And his delivery has been poor, and that was probably his poorest of the lot. And I'm surprised even maybe for 5 minutes Poborski and Cruyff haven't switched, you know. I mean, Poborski may do a little bit better down the left, and I certainly think Cruyff could do better down the right.
Well, that's something for Mark Hughes and Ron Atkinson, no doubt, to talk about at half-time, as Alex Ferguson goes off in Keegan as we start the second half. Well, let's see if Manchester United can create a bit of a fire here at Old Trafford tonight to unsettle these very poised Turkish defenders so far. They've defended well. Hey. That's a nice backfield from Poborski. Beckham, that's a better ball by Beckham. Cantona on the end of it. There's the cross coming in for him. Jordi Cruyff taking that position slightly in from the wing that Alex Ferguson was talking about, as Cantona takes it up again. Little chip in there. The Turkish defenders lining up to get that one away. And a foul on Kostadinov by Irwin. Three Manchester United players on yellow cards tonight. Beckham, Cruyff and Gary Neville. Second yellow card, of course, any of them would mean that they miss the next game, which of course is the mighty run against Juventus here in 3 weeks' time. This is better from Butt. Cruyff couldn't pick it up. But there's a little more pace about Manchester United coming forward in the opening moments of this second half. They've upped the tempo a little. And the crowd sense it too. It was, in all fairness, a pretty nondescript first half.
Well, they've just handed the stats around from the first half, and I mean, Man United had 2 shots on target, and Fenerbahce 1. I mean, yes, I think that tells it all.
Keane, oh, just got that through to Harold Poborski. Cantona. Cruyff. Shove on Cruyff, it's a free kick to Manchester United. Will they hold it up a moment? Beckham might fancy a little crack at this one. Cantona's in there. It's a good 30 yards out, I guess. So deliberations amongst the 3 or 4 Manchester United players. And 2, 4, 6 in the Fenerbahce wall. A shot in danger of causing havoc in the crowd and causing Rosto no problems at all. Rosto with a goal kick. Played in all 3 of Turkey's games in Euro 96. Here's a Okocha. A nasty little shimmy there that put Poborski out of his stride, and that was a difficult bouncing ball there. I think it may even have taken a mild deflection on the way, Kevin.
It's good safe pair of hands there, Schmeichel, but you expect him to stop them, Brian. But again, I really feel that if anyone's going to cause him any trouble, it's going to be this guy. He's a character. He's tremendous talent.
Hamilton. Cruyff got the better of him. Keane now to Beckham. Here's Neville. Oh. And away come Fenerbahce again. Hamilton. Kocha. He hits a lovely ball, but that time just too firmly ahead of Tungsai. Well, Paul Scholes warming up. They were saying that they probably would wait a quarter of an hour and then make a change. It's tantalising in a way for Manchester United because the quarter-final is beckoning with a victory here tonight. If they fail to get it, they've got Juventus here, which will be a daunting prospect. And who knows, if they don't get anything there, it could in the end finish up with a very tricky away game in Vienna in December against Rapid Vienna. Just need to get something together to produce a goal here tonight. And if they go into the quarterfinals, well, the money there, you just get, I think it's £1.2 million just for qualifying for the quarterfinals, to say nothing of what you get then, which is, what is it, $250,000 for every point you score and $500,000 for every win.
And the tremendous experience.
And the experience.
For you younger players in particular, you know.
Yes.
I mean, that's what you can't put a price on. To play in those big games at 20 and 21 like the Beckham from the Shoals, and that is tremendous. You can't buy that experience.
Kocha. Away comes Nicky Butt. Plays it carefully up to Cruyff. May. Keane. Poborski. Beckham. That's a good ball. Played for Nicky Butt. Irwin's gone outside him down that left flank, but Butt, well, he may pick him up now. Johnson. Cantona. Cruyff. Beckham. Went through that challenge well. Went through that challenge well. David Beckham. Now, good cross required. Just wouldn't fall. And Kocha makes the break with Hamilton. Kostadinov and Bolic are up there as well. Still Hamilton. This is a good break. Cross from Shai. Oh, goodness, Kostadinov was right in there.
It's a very, very good break there from Fenerbahce. You know, actually he's very unlucky because that's a sort of cross you either get a... This is a great ball. At first it looked a bad ball, but it clears everybody. This is not a bad ball back into a danger area. And look, it was a chance, 7 yards out.
Cantona playing it wide. Poborski picking it up for Manchester United, responding now to that challenge. And suddenly Nicky Butt is through. And Cruyff is in there too. A back heel, and it doesn't cross the line. And there's an offside flag up.
Yeah, not on the original one, on the second one from Butt. But that was a great chance. That was a real chance. Nicky Butt would expect to finish from here, but give the goalkeeper credit. Doesn't he come out quickly?
Good keeping. And he's offside at that point. Herg now for Fenerbahce. Kocha. Kocha. Herg. Kostadinov's waiting. Kocha's there. Johnson's across. It's a goal kick. The incident of the game coming up, Kevin.
It's a great ball. And it's not a bad touch. Maybe just lets it go a bit. But look at the keeper. I would give the keeper the credit there. I wouldn't say that was a miss, Brian. That's just very, very good goalkeeping. In fact, you know, he's looked very sharp all night, as Stu. He's looked very good.
Doesn't look it, but he's still only 23. Keane. That's a foul by Kostadinov. Free kick.
This referee is fantastic. He's never more than a few yards from the play, and yet he seems to walk everywhere.
Yep. Yes, he's been in charge of some great games. He did Galatasaray, Manchester United, a couple of years ago with a 0-0, and the famous Republic of Ireland versus Italy game that opened the World Cup in '94. Poborski in New York. Neville, there's his cross. Uche getting it away. Poborski with a chance of returning it. Beckham in there, but no. Keane in there, but no. Okocha, that looked like a handball. Referee spotted that as well. Safet with the free kick. Berg. Ilkay has made a terrific break. Great break by Ilkay, but Schmeichel gets there first. But that fullback ran the length of the field, and he's now signaling to get back somebody in my position, and he needs to because Cantona's up there, taken on by Cruyff. This is much better now. Cruyff now taking it from Cantona. Oh, just wide.
Well, we've got a game of football now, Brian. They've only come out for the second half. I mean, we've had more action in the first nearly 10 minutes, 9.5 minutes, than we've had in the whole 45 of the first. It gets on his left foot. Yeah. I don't think he could have hit it any better with his weak foot. That's a tremendous strike, and he's just shaded the post and gone the wrong side.
And just listen to how the crowd have responded to that. Brewster with the kick. Poborski beaten by Errol. Olic. Okocha. Beckham closed him down. Buck finished him off, but at the expense of a free kick. Buck claims he went with the ball, but a free kick's been given to Fenerbahce. It's a long way out, but it's a little moment of problem. There's the foul there, possibly by Butt.
I think he's very unlucky. I mean, I think that was a fair challenge for me, and he had every right to go for it. But this is a dangerous position. I mean, people like Tino Asprilla would see this as a goal-scoring chance, whereas we'd say it's a long way out.
I think Okocha may. He's an optimistic man. Number 10.
He's not wearing those red boots for nothing,
That's
Brian.
Right. He's whipped in a very good free kick, but fortunately for Manchester United, just a foot too high. Come on! But he's a real prospect.
Yeah, and he's served his time in Germany. Watch this. He could have done with being a bit further out, Brian, because this does dip. But unfortunately for Fenerbahce, and fortunately for Man United, just after it's crossed the top of the bar.
Now Keane. Cantona, good ball. Keane, good ball. Poborski. Goal kick.
I would think Alex was probably thinking of taking Cruyff off originally because he'd moved him inside, but having just seen him start off very brightly playing in there, he obviously relishes that. It may be Poborski who changes. He doesn't quite get this.
Neville beating Bolic. Errol finding Hemalatin. Finding Kostadinov on this side. No, the ball just gathered that little bit of pace.
You just feel that Man United have stepped up a gear.
Yes.
And it's suddenly they start to play at a pace that does cause the Turks some trouble.
Keane to Cantona. A little bit deeper now, isn't he?
Yeah, that's allowed by the fact that Cruyff's gone inside, Brian,
yes.
you know. He's much happier there, there's no doubt about it. He's a creative player.
Chunchai. Kocha. Keane was there. Not only there, finds Cantona with a lovely ball. Now here come United again. Poborski's made a little break on the outside. Here's David Beckham, shooting range for him. No. Now, can Poborski keep this in play? He can. Wants a good cross. A deep one towards Cruyff, just knocked off his head. Owen! But he's getting a little of what he asked for at half-time now, isn't he?
Yeah,
a little more passion, a little more pace.
Just listen to his being interviewed there. I think he was disappointed at he said passion was the word he used. And, you know, I think sometimes people think by saying they lack passion that they don't care. It doesn't mean that. I think what he really means is the pace of the game. You know, do we want to win this game? Do we want to really step it up? And they've responded, certainly so far.
No doubt Juventus are going to win. They've now gone 4-0 up. Boxic has got his second of the night. To add to goals by Montero, defender, and Del Piero. 4-0 for Juventus against Rapid Vienna. Here's Cantona, still 0-0 here. Bolic. It's a good ball played. Kocher. And also an excellent interception by David May. Bolic. From Jai. Okay.
The other thing that Alex said at half-time as well, when he said he was very pleased the way they defended. Now, you've got to remember that without Gary Pallister, who is a crucial player for them, and yet May and Johnson, they've done very well, look very, very comfortable. Admittedly, they've no player really up against them because, as we said before, the two forwards pull wide. But nevertheless, when they've had to, just in the case there, May had to, they've done it really well. They've defended very well.
Now, Cantona. Crowd urging him on. Flicks it onto the far side towards Butt. Butt tried to nod it down, but Cruyff coming in.
It's a great ball again from Cantona. He's much better in this deep position. I mean, it's where he plays, and it's where he feels most comfy. And I think Butt's slightly unlucky there.
Neville. Poborski. Back to Johnson. Here's Dennis Irwin. Celebrates his 31st birthday tomorrow, does Dennis?
He's only a baby, Brian, but doesn't realise it.
Say that again. Here's Poborski. Neville right up there. Neville. Roy Keane's pass. Keane gets it back again. Plays it for Beckham. But it's still Manchester United's throw. Well, we've had a quarter of an hour of the second half. Alex was talking about possibly making a change after a quarter of an hour. Here's Bolic now, leading the charge for Fenerbahce. Kostadinov. No movement from the subs bench at the moment. That's got to be a free kick.
Yeah, I think that's a threat from Alex Ferguson, more or less saying to the players, hey, I'll give you 15 minutes, go out there, sort it out. If you don't step it up, I'll make changes. He may not make that change now because the first 15 minutes, there's no doubt about it, it's been a massive improvement in the attitude of the Man United players to get forward and create problems for Fenerbahce.
Back to Irwin. Now Cruyff. Way on that touchline again, or... Latin. Ilkea. Latin. Cantona right back there, picking it up, looking around. What's on for him? A little ball through to Beckham. They're releasing Beckham a little more in forward positions. Cantona. Beckham wants it back again, so he gets it back again. Now, can he find the pass? No foul. Crowd not happy with that decision, but fancy the referee's got most things right tonight, and he will no doubt give that a corner. So the crowd respond to that. Crowd of 53,297.
That's not big, it's ginormous, isn't it, Brian?
Sure is. Here's the corner. It's May with a header. And Jonsson playing it back again for Poborski. Just floating it in once more. Cantona there on his chest. And they claim a handball. Cantona says it was on his shoulder. It's just a couple of thousand or so beneath the capacity here because the advertising boards here around are quite high, and they can't in fact use the first 2 or 3 rows just over the touchline there because it would be a restricted view.
It'd be nice to give them to kids, though. I'm sure the kids wouldn't mind a restricted view of Cantona and Beckham and these sort of players.
The buzz we get is that Scholes is shortly to come on. Berg. Tunjai. Up in it wide, Kostadinov. Jonsson quickly out there to engage him and to beat him. Oh, they've given it away. He'll care with the cross. And May there. Firm as ever. Oh, the crowd are warning Irwin not to dally too long. Cruyff with a header. And it falls for Keane.
Must be great when 53,000 people shout man on.
Now Nicky Butt. Keane. Cantona. Neville. Poborski. That's a corner. There goes the roar again. Great expectancy here. Deep one towards David May and Cantona. I think it was Cantona's header.
The difference with the league system, Brian, as opposed to the UEFA Cup, which we're in, is that if this was a normal game and Man United needed to win it, there'd be a lot more tension out there. But with the league system, a point, as Ron Atkins said at half-time, is probably a very good result.
It still makes them very good favourites to go through in one of the top 2 positions. But it's so nice if you could close the door all on that on this one night. That was a good piece of play by Keane, and it releases Cantona, but then Cantona gets stopped by Okocha. Cantona back at the game to Poborski. Oh, he's tricked him beautifully, and he's tricked him as well. And there's the little cross coming in. Tunjai. Straight to Keane. Beckham. Poborski. Oh, and he's played it in nicely to Beckham again. What's he given, a free kick or a goal kick? Well, he's given a corner.
Well, he's just more or less set the linesman, whatever you think. So they've taken a corner. It should have been a free kick.
Yes. Poborski's free kick for Manchester United. And Jonsson went up there, and there's a foul on the keeper. And Cruyff and Poborski are going to come off. And Solskjaer and Scholes are coming on. There was the foul by Jonsson.
In old days, Brian, they wouldn't have given that, would they?
No.
You should not goalies into net.
You asked Mr. Lofthouse. Right. So Poborski comes off, and so do Jordi Cruyff. Scholes is on, and in a moment Solskjaer, who gets quite a reception. And a waving of the old Norwegian flag. Up goes Kostadinov. Emelatin. Good. Olic. United bring it away. Keane. And now Neville. Solskjaer away on his right-hand side. Scholes has gone away to the left. Owen. No, he leaves it for Scholes. But Beckham to Neville. Played in quickly. Solskjaer's there. Can he find something here? No, he can't. May. Beckham. Just over halfway through the second half now. David Beckham. Cantona. Keane. Owen. But Keane again. Neville. Plenty up in red shirts. Beckham gets it back from Roy Keane. This is Beckham, a nice mazy little run. Scholes with the cross. Oh my goodness, the goalkeeper completely misjudged that. And Paul Scholes found a cross come shot rather, that bounced off the crossbar.
He went for it so casually, didn't he? You think it was in about the 8th row of the stand. He just saunters back and doesn't care, and then suddenly he realizes, wow, this is a bit closer than I thought.
So Scholes on the right-hand side of United's attack, and Solskjaer on the left. Free kick taken. Cantona. It's with Butt. And now with Beckham, with Neville outside him. Oh, that's a good bit of play by Gary Neville. That wasn't quite so good, though. Roger. And Safet's clearance.
He's got great ability as a coacher, but he'll give you canaries as a manager. I mean, you'd prefer him to be doing that on the edge of the other 18-yard box than his own.
Nicky Butt doing really well, whipping in the cross. Kocher. Keane. That's a good ball. Scholes. But almost pulled down there, someone tugging away at his shirt. In the end, it comes to Bolic for Fenerbahce. Just Kostadinov is up for him. Kocher. Joker. Herg. Kocher's shot on another day, catching it a little better, could be a real embarrassment. Mustafa's coming on, number 17, and Tunçay is coming off. So they're taking off a midfielder, and Mustafa, in fact, is down as a defender. He's only 20 years old. His first appearance in Europe. Bilgan Mustafa. Now Nicky Butt. Cantona. Keane. Slip at an inappropriate moment. Couldn't get his tackle in either on Bolic. Kocher. Herg. Uche. And Safet. Now Errol. Towards Kostadinov. Good play by Owen. Good ball played forward by Keane. Cantona into the path of Beckham, will it? No, it'll come to the path of Scholes instead. And Solskjaer on the far side, looking to get in first, but can't keep it in play. So what do you make of it all now?
Well, certainly the second half, Brian, a big step up from Man United, but even so, it's nothing like they're capable of playing. I think we've got to give the Turks a bit of credit for that. They're sitting back and they're getting men behind the ball. They're making it difficult for them. But I don't think Man United's passing's been what it should be. And the biggest thing that's let them down all night has been the final ball into the box. On the rare occasions, they've got out wide into good positions. They've been hitting the first man nearly every single time.
Mustafa on the far side, Hemaletin. Berg. He switched to this side, with Mustafa going to the other side of midfield. Safet. Okocha. Berg. Okocha. Stopped by Keane. Played forward to Cantona. 2, 4, 6, 7. Fenerbahce players have got back behind the ball, making it difficult. Here's David Beckham. Can he make it difficult for them now? And it was Uche with the clearance to his fellow Nigerian Okocha. 5-0 now to Juventus in Turin against Rapid Vienna. Del Piero, his second of the night. Mustafa. Ilker, the defender again. Crossed in, no problems.
Nice to see Schmeichel shouting at him again. He's been very quiet tonight, very little to shout about.
Beckham to Butt. Now was Beckham caught by Okocha after that ball had been played? Keane. Scholes. Beckham really hobbling there at the moment. Still got a pass out to Solskjaer. Irwin. Solskjaer. Little turn there. Little ball in. Irwin to Beckham. Still struggling, but still finding Gary Neville with this pass. Into the last quarter of an hour now. Cantona. Trying to get something going again. And it was too far ahead of Roy Keane.
But at least now they're getting around the edge of the box.
Beckham, was he caught by Okocha after the ball had been played? Ooh.
Only 10 minutes.
Only 10 minutes.
I don't know if he meant it. It's just that sort of play. I don't imagine he's one to go around kicking people.
Oh, Scholes. And now suddenly Solskjaer on the far side with Cantona in the middle. Still Solskjaer into the path of Mickey Butt. And Manchester United get a throw. It's Tarek who's coming on. Throw then from Neville. Trying to get the little flick on at the near post, but they were well acquainted with that tactic, Fenerbahce. I think it's Polic who's going off. Cantona's touch. Beckham now fully recovered. Keane. Beckham, will he get there first? No. Kostadinov. With Polic away down the left. And only 2 back, 3 back now for Manchester United. This could be a problem. Polic with a... Oh, it's in there! Polic has scored for Fenerbahce.
That's always the danger in these sort of games, and he can't speak Turkey, but you can tell he's delighted. He's took a wicked deflection off Mavis and gives Schmeichel absolutely no chance.
Well, that's a major blow for Manchester United. They were looking for a victory. I suppose they would have settled for a draw. And now, for the first time in 40 years, remember, they've not lost at home in a European game. Schmeichel leapt for all he was worth. May holds his head in his hands, and Polic is the scorer, his 13th of the season. And And United have a real problem with about 12 minutes of the game remaining. And remember, I told you just a moment ago, they were thinking of substituting Bolic and bringing on Tariq. What a pity they hadn't done that a couple of minutes before. It's Neville. Neville, there's his cross. Well, they're really fire at Manchester to Fenerbahce now. Another substitution. Bulent, who played in the first leg, is coming on. And Høg, who was doubtful right up until yesterday, the Danish midfielder, is coming off. So what now for Manchester United? Give it everything, I suppose.
Well, I think the thing they should have done from the start, and that is go at this team, because obviously they had very little play for here tonight. Now they're back in with a chance of qualifying, they'll feel, in this group. And the last 13 minutes, I think they'll get some of the real Man United type play of Old Trafford that we're used to.
Beckham with the corner. Bolic, the scorer, who got it away. Bulent. Down the line, Kostadinov, and look at the space here. Owen's trying to hold him up. He's getting some support here from Bulent with his fresh legs. And Kostadinov against the post. It could so easily have been two. Well, that was a real let-off for Manchester United. The crowd know it, and the players know it. And here come United forward again with Scholes. Beckham. Owen in space on the far side. Beckham. Scholes. Free kick given to Manchester United. The foul on Paul Scholes. David May's gone forward. Johnson's gone forward. Beckham's behind it. Time's running out. The crowd are trying to inspire this Manchester United defence now. David Beckham with the free kick. Beckham curling it in. In the corner. It came off Ilker.
It's a great free kick. The goalkeeper came, but he had absolutely no chance of getting through that crowd of players to it. And he was just slightly fortunate that it went for a corner.
Here comes the corner now. Taken by Eric Cantona. Floated in. Ilker, the defender, getting it away. The man who conceded. Owen plays it out again to Cantona. A long-range shot. A bit more in hope than expectation. And a goal kick. And they're now taking off the man who scored that goal that silenced the whole of Old Trafford. And Tariq is coming on.
Well, if you think back to the start of the programme, what Ron Atkinson said, he said the Turks, they're sort of hoping that they can contain and maybe catch them cold in the last 20 minutes. I mean, I don't think he knew how he's become a prophet of Ron. I mean, that's exactly what happened, and they could have absolutely finished him off with this chance.
This is the header against the post by Kostadinov.
Yeah, he's only one man in there. He does ever so well to get up early, and Schmeichel's beaten. There's no doubt about that, and he's relieved to see it hit the post and come back out.
And Philip Neville's coming on for his brother. And Gary Neville's gone off. Johnson, but Cantona's gone right forward again now. And there's going to be a yellow card there for Mustafa.
It's not been a dirty game, Brian, has it? You know, there's been very little physical contact at all. But I think this referee, you know, whatever you think about the game and how it hasn't flowed, it's been nothing to do with this man. He's refereed it absolutely fantastic for me.
Keane. Cantona. Played in by Philip Neville, and what a good cross in there. The keeper did it well. He's lost it again. Cantona. The keeper's chasing him outside the box, and in the end, Rusto, a good 20 yards outside his goal line, made it safe.
I bet he's saying something to his interpreter now on the bench. I bet he had a canary again there. But he did well in the end, because what he didn't do, he didn't turn round and run back. He thought, well, I've made a mistake, I'll stay tight on Cantona, and in the end he did a good job.
7 minutes to go. Into Butt. Played for Beckham. Offside against Kostadinov. United want that ball quickly. And they found Irwin in some space on the far side. Oh, very nearly fell for Scholes. He threw himself to the ground, wanted a penalty, but there was never a penalty there. Philip Neville. David Beckham. If it stays this way, United, of course, remain on 6 points. But with the point that Fenerbahce scored in Vienna in the opening game, they now go up to 4 points. Keane plays it in. Uche. Keeper's fisting it away well. Cantona. Irwin. Knocked it wide again. Solskjaer. Played in again for Butt. Played for Cantona. Just wouldn't fall for United there, but did you notice how many Fenerbahce defenders were on that edge of the penalty area? It must have been at least 6. A free kick now to Fenerbahce. The foul by Roy Keane.
There was at least 6 there, Brian, but if Butt had realised what a position he was in, there was no point laying it back for Cantona. He was actually on his own and could have turned.
Coming to the last 5 minutes. Bulent. Kostadinov. Oh, that's got to be a free kick. And it's taken quickly. And Nicky Butt making progress now. Knocking it wide for Solskjaer. Solskjaer into Butt. This looks better. Butt with the shots. Goal kick.
Could be looking back and thinking of the chance that he had before, which was a much better chance than this one, to be fair. Opens up for him, but he's still a good 25 yards out. Doesn't make good contact. But thinking back to the chance that he had when he was through one-on-one with the keeper, I know the keeper did very, very well, but it was still a miss. And that may prove very costly. But Nicky Butt's genuine, and he'll keep going in there and he'll keep missing them. He won't hide, that's for sure. Had him with the under-21s, and I think he's a fantastic young player.
Johnson struggling with Kostadinov again. The referee absolutely right. Played the advantage, and it fell Manchester United's way. Philip Neville into Roy Keane. Oh, he lost it for a moment, got it back quickly before Tadic could get there. Foul by Solskjaer.
Well, the way he's gone down and he's waving, he's badly injured, but it didn't look like a bad tackle. I think he just genuinely tries to stop. And as always happens when the foreigners come over, they always have 2 run on. One geezer who can hardly run. It always happens, doesn't it? I don't know what he's doing. He's giving drinks to the players.
He's been very valuable, the guy on the ground now, Kemalatin.
Yeah, I mean, he missed that chance early on, but he's got in that position in front of the back 4 or back 3 as they play, and he really has done a great job for them. He's run the game for long periods for them from that position. He's had a lot of freedom.
Well, they're looking at the Kemalatin going off.
Have they used all the subs? I think they have, haven't they?
Tarek, Mustafa, Bulent. Yes, they've used 3.
So they're down to 10. I think he's quite badly injured. It did, you know, he didn't seem to be kidding.
May with a header. And with some space. Keane to Philip Neville. Remember, United's proud record of never having been beaten in a European tie here at Old Trafford over 40 years. 41 victories and 15 draws. Now, a matter of 3 minutes or so away from being exploded. Schmeichel. This shows. Tossed in again, but not far enough for Cantona. And again, those Turkish defenders, 2, 4, 6, 8 of them were either in or just outside the penalty area. Nicky Butt. Philip Neville, leaving it for Roy Keane. Being forced across the line again. This is Johnson. Come to Scholes. Will it come to Butts?
Like I said, Brian, he'll keep getting in there, and he won't hide. And he's had 2 or 3 chances, but he may well get another one because he's got a terrific engine, this lad. Strikes this one a little bit better, but again, he sees it just off target.
Owen. But oh, that's a good blow and a good advantage played. Solskjaer trying to finish it off, and the deflection has gone wide for the corner for Manchester United. Last minute of the game, a goal down, a proud record in danger of being beaten, and Schmeichel has come right up onto the edge of the penalty area. Nobody in the Manchester United goal as Beckham takes this corner. Schmeichel leaps towards it, doesn't get to it. Cantona tries to hit it back in, and it's gone over the crossbar, and Schmeichel now retreats.
It's strange, Brian, isn't it? I mean, Man United started off so slack, I think. They never really put any pace in the game, and then it's very, very hard then just to suddenly step it up. You know, football's not that simple, and although they have stepped it up, there's no doubt about that, it's never really got to the point where you think, oh, they're really starting to step on the gas now.
What it does mean is the next game against Juventus 3 weeks tonight does become a really big one. Beckham now taking it on. They haven't given up yet, Manchester United. There's a good deep cross towards Cantona with a header, and over the top.
It fell to the right man. How many times have we seen him last minute of games? I think Blackburn, I can remember once where he loaded one right into the far corner. But it's not to be tonight, that's for sure.
Uche with the kick. Referees had a look at the watch. Playing almost a minute now of time added on. If it's going to happen, it's got to happen quickly now for the team in red. As Keane plays it forward again. Beckham goes on another of his runs. Cantona's waiting in the middle, but they get a corner. Beckham will want to take it quickly. He doesn't have to have time on for corners. And Schmeichel is up again. So, can United save it? In time added on at the end of 90 minutes. Beckham with a corner. A deep, deep one there towards Cantona and towards Schmeichel. And now Schmeichel is absolutely roaring back as he has to. Well, they haven't played it particularly well. It's a throw to Fenerbahce. They said they were going to come and look for a night of glory for the whole of Turkey, and they're just a few seconds away from it. Taking their time.
To be fair to them, Brian, they've come in, they've played very cleverly. They've been helped by Man United in that they've started slowly, but take nothing away from them. They've defended ever so well, and every single player has worked for the team.
They got a throw. Well, they got a free kick. Okocha. And Okocha again. He's looking for something special. Gets it back from Tarek. He's full of it now. Keane's gone with him. And Keane gets in the tackle. And the tackle goes United's way. No, the final whistle. And the Turks celebrate. And the goal by Polic has brought about a surprise defeat for Manchester United and has ended that long, long run of 40 years without being beaten at home in a European game, and means that the game against Juventus is a really big one. United still on course, although this particular moment here has made it that much more difficult now. Manchester United 0, Fenerbahce 1.